Subway NFL postgame show, and the Giants defense rolls again. 33-15 winners over San Francisco. The Giants have now won 5 consecutive games. They forced 4 turnovers. They sacked Trent Dilfer 6 times. And they are on a great winning streak heading to London to play the 0-7 Dolphins next week. Hey, how are you folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you here on the Subway NFL postgame show. And Pat, with the way the defense is playing, the fact that they ran again for 140 yards after the last 2 weeks running for more than 180 in each of those 2 games, is this the second best team or maybe the best team in the NFC?
We don't know if they're first or second, third or fourth, but we do know this. They have balance and they have the ingredients for a greatness. They have a quarterback who can manage a football game and make plays. He has down-the-field vertical targets. He now has a running game that's legitimate. When you just take Ward and Jacobs, extract them from everything else, and look at what they did, 25 carries, 134 yards, you got to play the run. You're going to get safeties dropping in the box on first down and second and short. Okay, now you got all that going on. Finally, it all started at the goal line stand against Washington. Since then, this defense totally understands what Spagnuolo's trying to do with the fire zone blitz. So you see 6 sacks. You see pressure all over the place. Yes, to answer your question, could they go and play Dallas again and beat them? Sure they could.
They're going to be, they go over to London, and obviously a lot can happen because you're playing in another country next week against the Dolphins, who look, by the way, awful against the New England Patriots, but that's a different point. But they have a great shot to be 6-2 again going into the bye. How do they avoid what happened last year and what happened 2 years ago or 3 years ago, the second half swoon?
I've talked to Chris Snee about that almost weekly, and there's such an awareness in that locker room that we've been in this spot before and faded before, and we've blamed injuries before. They're not going to blame anything. They're staying close to the vest on this. They're not going to get cocky. They're not going to feel like they're a good football team. They've convinced me that they're going to stay humble. Now, along with that, you got a head coach that's meticulous. He's going to look at 4 drop passes in the first half, and he's going to look at mental errors all over the field and balls battered down. And this is where Chris Palmer's going to have to sit with Eli. Balls that got batted down by defensive linemen. Lots of things to correct. They're leaving on Thursday. This is an extended trip. It's going to cost a couple days where they're going to really miss practice time. Thank God the bye's after.
That batted ball led to an interception in the San Francisco first touchdown, which actually gave the 49ers a lead, but obviously that didn't last very long. Real quickly on San Francisco, Alex Smith was reported earlier in the week that he was going to be ready to go. He did not play. He was 3rd on the depth chart. Trent Dilfer was the starting quarterback. He's obviously not the answer. When Alex Smith comes back, because they've already had their bye, they're 2-4. Is this a team that can get on a run here? Have you seen anything that can show that they can get on a run?
I don't see a run coming, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why. Frank Gore got hurt today.
Yes,
he tried to come back in the game. He's not 100%. I saw him limping coming off the field. He's a courageous, tough player. If he's not 100% and a threat to be the Frank Gore of 2006, that's a big problem. Because now you shift too much pressure to Alex. And one of the reasons Alex didn't play today is Mike Nolan told me he wasn't 100% ready. Thank God he didn't play, because here's 6 sacks and a lot of pounding. Couldn't afford to have that happen to him. And Trent Dilfer's an old, wily veteran that should be able to get the ball out. If he couldn't get it, Alex was going to take too many shots. Not enough down-the-field weapons to play from behind, and that's what they're going to be a lot for the rest of the year, unfortunately.
And this is a team that as good as Nate Clements has been, because he shut down Plaxico Burress today, they can't stop the run. They haven't stopped the run all season.
They haven't stopped the run, and Plax didn't get his touchdown today, and it looked like that might have been bothering him a little bit. But on the other side, he was the leading receiver. They spread it around. Amani Toomer is now back to where he was prior to his injury. He can be the number 1 receiver on any given Sunday. So they got it all going on. And Shockey's playing shockingly well.
Yeah, and last week Toomer became the team's franchise record holder for most career catches. This week he became the Giants franchise record holder for most career touchdown receptions. For more on this game or any other in Week 7, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com and watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.